And we are live with SOW Ignition Downforce 2026 episode 80 here in the T-Mobile Center in Kansas City. And we are starting off with a, you could say a banger of a opening tag team match.
Yeah, this is the Bangers, as your clever little pun alluded to, versus Shining. Now, something to note about what is happening here is both of these teams have been fighting each other for pretty much all of 2025, and that continues here in 2026. But not only that, on both sides of this match, there is a competitor who last year made it through to the semifinals of the Winter Grand Prix, and this year was unable to qualify. That is Hyun for the Bangers and Cosme for Shining. That leaves both teams in a kind of precarious situation in terms of momentum, as this is Shining's, I believe, first or second match of the season as a team. I believe it is their second match. And in the first match, it was shockingly Kimiko who was able to score the victory for them. She's been on a bit of a return run after her underwhelming performance this year. So we're going to have to see if she can
success as a team in general, since, you know, we have those bonus matches there at the end of season 2 where Shining came out tied for the most bonus points going into this year.
Yeah, they've been doing great together. It was very smart, I will say, of Aiko to have teamed them up. And speaking of that Winter Grand Prix, of course, the main event of our pay-per-view this Saturday will be the result of the Winter Grand Prix. Hikari Muramasa having come out, winning the entire tournament, taking on Aiko Kimura for the Women's World Championship. We also have a tag team championship match scheduled for that night. The opponent for the Destined Saviors will be the winner of one of the matches we have later tonight. It'll be either Moment for Life or Meet. It's not originally advertised as a #1 contenders match, as many of you who look at the card might know. But I have been informed that it has become one as of this moment.
Of big news to start off a Supercard.
Absolutely. We also have Los Explosivos will be taking on the Shogunate on the show as well. And we have a tag team match, not for titles, advertised. It was set up by Aaron Payne last week. He challenged Tony Lee and El Rey de Guerra to a tag match against Payne is Unbreakable. Of course, we have been hearing some troubles in the back with one of the members of that match. We haven't been told who, but we know that it is not 100% signed on yet. They're still trying to settle some issues. We might find out more about that as the show goes on. For the time being, we do have one more match that we can talk about right now, which is the double title match between Hermes Rhapsodies and Diabolico del Plata. The ACLL superstar, formerly part of JPW, is challenging for both our National Heavyweight Championship as well as the WWSL Junior Heavyweight Championship.
And it just hurts my heart and soul in every way, shape, and form that I have to root for Hermes because, damn it, Diabolico doesn't work here!
That's going to be the theme of every outsider match.
Yes. When they get title shots, it's just like, God, it doesn't matter who the champion is. I have to root for the champion. I hated not having our world title for a good chunk of last year.
Yeah, I agree. It was very upsetting and disheartening when the world champion was not representing SOW on the SOW television. Of course, for the night tonight, we have this match happening first. Up next, we will have Steve Levy taking on Caster Leakton. He spoke some heated words to the Emperor after his win over Alexei Zakar last week. And the Emperor has, as such, set up a match between the two of them, aiming to put the Hardcore Hornet in his place. We also have the match that I mentioned earlier, Moment for Life will take on Meat, as well as a Women's World #1 contendership match between Daya Keaton and La Sombra Altissima. We'll know tonight who the challenger for whoever the champion is coming out of Winter Drift will be on our next pay-per-view in March. And then, of course, we also have Sindhu Darlo taking on Fate Unbound and the Women's National Championship Open Challenge. Nephthys puts the title on the line against the first woman to come to the ring.
I'm not gonna lie, I hope whoever that is comes out and humbles her ass too in our main event.
I'm sure everybody
It's really annoying.
I was gonna say, I'm sure everybody would be very happy to see her lose that title. She's been very, very annoying since she won it, interrupting our stars. She interrupted the Winter Grand Prix winner celebration. Who does that?
Someone who just cares more about themselves than anything else, and you know? Just saying, I don't think Bia Kim would ever do that.
I almost feel like she definitely would, but at least the Bia of 2025 and 2024. Of course, that's a woman we have not seen as well since the Winter Grand Prix ended. We haven't even heard from her since the end of Victory Lane.
Which is, you know, out of character almost?
Yeah, maybe she's gone on some kind of vacation. With her,
I mean, I was gonna say she probably put in for time off right after the Grand Prix, no matter what.
Ooh, big
had she won it, she probably just would have showed up for Winter Drift.
Yeah, probably. Would have sent us a tape of her winter celebration. She might have even made one in advance thinking she would win it before.
Unfortunately, she did not.
That was a bit different. I've had enough Bia Quinn versus Aiko title matches in my lifetime.
They're eternal rivals.
Yeah, they can have rivalry non-title matches. Let's see matches where there's nothing on the line to provide. I think those are setting Cosby in the corner. Is she gonna go for the Meteora? Bang! Oh no! Oh, that's way worse. That's humiliating.
The Bronco Buster.
Yeah, that was Jesus Christ. I can't say I'm surprised coming from the Bangers to see a move like that. But so humiliating.
I knew it was perfectly in the way to block it from the camera too. So all we just saw was half of the impact of the move.
And now she's lined her up. Rolls through. Crucifix driver. Cosby kicks out at 2.
It's good because I think Hyun had pulled off the cutoff there.
Might have, yeah. Cosby wasn't waiting to find out. Was not going to risk not getting the kick out.
Smart.
Oh, Hyun called the tag, but Nadashko waved her off.
That Cockindus could come back to cost her too. I don't know if I agree with that strategy necessarily because now she's able to counter and tags.
Yeah, there's the tag. Maybe she just wanted to get to a more advantageous position. Stellar Polaris, but Cosby didn't notice that the tag had happened. She thought she was getting a potential win sealed up there. Unfortunately, Legal Woman is now Hyun, which of course Cosby has now legalized.
I'm a wasted cut play there from ended up being both teams, but especially Nadashko.
Oh, wait a minute.
Oh.
The peach sunrise, but broken up very quickly by Kimiko. Way too close to Shiny's corner. We don't see that suplex very often from Caillou. She was probably thinking she could seal it up. Maybe she thought cut play was out for the opposing team. Miscalculated. Well, clearly she miscalculated quite a bit, given Kimiko just walked right back in again. Now dishing out some damage alongside causing.
Oh boy.
Here we go. The back fists. And the kicks. Now a rush of blows. These two have also developed a bit of a rivalry thanks to this tag action that we've been getting between these two factions.
And not to mention just Hayun's obsession with retiring Aiko.
Yeah, that does not go away, by the way. Like, she still has that. Oh, now it's Hidashiko's turn. Kimiko has used up the cut play for her side, so she couldn't help that pin remain intact. Beautiful German with a strong bridge. Hidashiko slips back in. Oh my god, wait a minute. Jesus!
Oh!
Cosby gets
right back up. Wow.
Tries to get back up and fight, but oh, wait a minute! Snapdragon! The adrenaline's pumping! She might want to tag out. She's got the opportunity.
Doesn't take it.
Cutlass! Back fist across the jaw. Oh, trying to counter the roll through cover. Hayun manages to get the full cover, but can she hold on for the full time? And she couldn't. Cutlass! Into the cover, there's no cut play here.
Wow!
Yeah, the damage just stacked on too much. The adrenaline was pumping, but it couldn't pump forever. The back fist puts her down. Okay, so, I mean, we've just found out that Maita Daichi is not going to be available for Winter Drift.
That is not ideal for Aaron Payne, even though, you know, I know he's got all that confidence from when he was industry champion still, and it was well-deserved. He's going to need to find a tag team partner.
Yeah, it's different. Handicap matches just aren't the kind of match that you really want to play. Most wrestlers are not going to be capable of getting through those intact. Even if you win, your body's going to be in a lot of pain. In the meantime, though, the Emperor is looking to curb a detractor in Steve Levy, who has been speaking up a lot more lately than he usually does.
that this promotion in general kind of getting a little more active than they have been. They kind of made some noise when they first showed up in season 2, then they kind of fell to the wayside. Just some things didn't go their way, and when you reach the back half of the season and you just join up, you kind of have to have things go perfectly. But now taking advantage of this new year to start making some statements.
Absolutely, they've been making some moves, some power plays. Steve Levy able to defeat Alexei Zakar has earned himself a shot at the television championship. We haven't had an announcement for what the date of that match will be quite yet, but no, it can be on Ignition, High Gear, or Overclock. There is no guarantee one way or another what show the TV title will be defended on. The only guarantee is a B on TV. You like that one?
Yes, that was good. We'll allow it.
Yeah, so right now, Caster, like I said, he's looking to deal with this detractor to teach him a lesson in this match. But this is an opponent he hasn't actually faced somebody.
I was going to say, it's a first-time matchup.
Somebody new, I believe. There may have been a face-off during the winter or the summer Grand Prix. I don't remember if they were in the same block or not. But even then, that's a completely different scenario to a normal 30-minute match. Especially in a tournament where you've been wrestling basically every week, sometimes twice a week. Jesus, what a tackle. The punches couldn't take him down, but that tackle sure did.
A bunch of chest slaps. And some more.
Caster responding with chops.
Oh my goodness.
This is pieces.
Dare you say vintage Caster Weekly at this point?
Oh yeah, that is his game plan, his main playbook. Start off with those chops, wear him down with some submissions, and then either tap him out or knock him out with the bomb. There we go with the submissions, this triangle choke. Steve fighting back, sends him to the ropes, drop kick, shotgun style, right to the chest. Now he tosses him out of the ring. He's not somewhere Caster generally likes to be. He's on the outside.
Not at all.
And definitely not getting dived on by his opponent. Yeah, you can see Caster immediately steps back into the ring.
He's not going to let the match deteriorate on the outside. It's just not his style.
He prefers to set the pace himself. Arm drag from Steve. Sends him to the ropes. Another big front drop kick. Right to the chest, both firmly planted. Into the pectorals. Oh, what a headbutt from Caster, though. Rare, vicious. Usually he goes for more technical strikes. You know, sometimes the old noggin's good enough. So he's locking in a half crab. Behind, sleeper hold.
Sleeper.
Steve has nowhere he can't move an inch. He managed to break the grip, but led him right back into a half crab. He can't move out of this very far either, moving very slow here.
Yeah, Caster's getting a lot of damage in here as this match goes on, and Steve, I think we're both about to say the same thing. He needs to find a way to come back here.
Absolutely needs to shift that momentum heavy if he wants a chance in this matchup. Chop of his own, just a singular one right to the chest. Ascending the ropes, comes off the top with a leg drop across the chest.
That'll definitely help get that momentum back, and then Caster dumps him with a German.
However, he gets back up, hits a super kick, reverses the Irish whip from Caster, and another one of those beautiful front drop kicks. Comes behind him, Poison Rana.
That is impressive.
Back up top, and the coffin drop from the top rope. Right under the back of Caster, goes for the cover, but Caster kicks out. Caster now trying to take back momentum, sends him to the ropes. Manhattan drop, but not able to keep momentum going as Steve fired back. Oh my God, wait a minute! Power bomb! Slams him right into the mat, and now he's trying to choke him out. This is that teaching you a lesson moment. Rather than going right into a cover, he's trying to make Steve either give up or pass out. Steve tosses him out of the ring again. I thought he was going to be looking for a moment to breathe, but instead he just taunted Caster for like a minute.
Yeah,
now he's taking the moment. Caster, you can see him trying to steady himself. He was not happy with the taunting.
He's not going to let his emotions get the better of him in the match, though.
Oh, vicious backdrop from Caster after the roll through on that German. Steve able to recover, sends him to the corner, puts him up top. Oh my God.
Oh my God!
Fly from the top rope, goes for the cover. That could be the Thunosa.
That was almost it.
Oh, caught the
Another
arm.
from Caster.
Caster caught the arm. Steve tried to go for the kick to the gut. Caster was able to avoid it, but he got it afterwards. Picks him up. Hornets sting. 1, 2, 3. No, okay.
Whoa.
Jesus. I really was not expecting to kick out there.
But should we be surprised at the end of the day?
Maybe not, but what a lariat. Holy hell. And now, locking the legs. That's the Hornets nest. Did Caster just
Oh my God! Caster tapped, and Caster's hurt. Caster is hurt.
Yeah, he's holding his leg. This does not look good. We're going to have to get some medical in here now. All right, well, we're going to have to find out a little more about what happened with Caster at a later time. But right now, it is time to move on to our tag match, Moment for Life versus Meat. The winners will face the Saviors at Winter Drift. And, I mean, either way, this is a big-time deal match. Both of these teams have some history with the Saviors.
Yeah, you know, Moment for Life wants to get back at them pretty bad. Get a shot at the tag titles. Meat, of course, seemingly just always in a chase for the tag titles, but always falling short.
They're always just maybe a few steps away from the titles, but never quite able to get there. Some might argue they could have gotten there had it not been for the interference of Kevin Daniels during the World Tag 500 last year in August. Or not August, but, autumn. Spring, the fall season.
Yeah, I got you. And I would agree with that.
Yeah, I would agree with that as well. In fact, Kevin Daniels almost cost the Saviors the titles if they hadn't been, if the ref hadn't decided to focus on the pinfall instead of Kevin Daniels' shenanigans. Base ref, by the way. You got to raise that for that. I don't.
I'm gonna say, really?
Yeah, do your job. Get a raise. That's crazy. Yeah, right now it is the heavyweight team. Maximum effort always triumphs. MEAT. Me.
I will never not root for these guys. It's just impossible not to.
I mean, they're cool, you know?
Yeah.
Suave Jackson, Mars Namor, some ass kickers, some name takers.
These men clapping meat.
We got Bray Windham and Dallas Taylor on the other side. Moment for life. The leader of the House of Troubles and his first scion.
Want to punch their ticket for another chance to become two-time World Tag Team Champions.
It would be a big deal. It would be the first time ever in SOW history that we would have a two-time champ. SOW has not yet had any champion win a belt for the second time.
We're too competitive here.
People are too good. Every time you feel like you got a shot to get your belt back, somebody else has come in and taken it already, and you can't beat them. Or somebody beats you to the challenge by beating you. You know?
Yeah.
It's just
happened
a
this way in
cycle.
SOW.
If you're not at your absolute best at all times, you can expect to be taken out. Speaking of absolute best at all times, this past high gear on Saturday was, I think, the greatest high gear of all time.
Really?
That we had, for those who did not see it, and you can go check it out on YouTube right now. It had Kaito Meiji versus Tony Lee in the opener. The Classics took on Aaliyah Pope and Sarah Eris. And then Ryan Richardson took on Mars Namor for the main event of that show.
That's a crazy card.
It was, I think, the most stacked high gear we've ever had. And I'm going to say it leaves a good impression for the future of high gear if they're going to start booking them that well. Those were
carrying her bag.
You know, multiple top name talents on that show. I know the Ryan
sitting at home, you know,
right? I was gonna say I know the Ryan Richardson fans were excited when they saw him on a high gear card because that meant that they were gonna get a very fast-paced Dragon Slayer match. Right now we've got Dallas Taylor and Suave Jackson. They were just going back and forth. You know,
Dallas winning a strike exchange, by the way, which is not easy.
Not against these men. That's for sure. I was about to ask you, over or under on how long do you think this match will last?
Ooh, what's the line?
15.
I'm gonna take the under.
Okay, you're gonna take the under line? All right, we'll see. I'll put $5 down if you're right.
And if you're right, then you get to say that you're right, and I can't glaze Bia Quinn for a month.
All right, at the moment, I'm gonna need you to lock in.
Actually, no, you don't want. No one needs to be locked in. You want to go over.
That's what I know. That's what I mean. Is I need them to lock in because if one of these teams is gonna win in under 15 minutes, it's gonna be me. I like Moment for Life a lot, but they are not a high-power, high-speed team. They're very mind games technical. They like to play and get into their opponent's heads. It's Suave Jackson who just be throwing out pile drivers like it's nobody's business. I need them to be careful here. Oh, sweet dream!
Uh-oh.
Now, when I say I need you to lock in, I don't mean suddenly change your entire game plan and go for the win. Okay.
That would have been insane. Before cut play even starts.
Whoa.
Oh, God.
They are trying to sandwich Bray Windham right now. And they're gonna do it! Spear Lariat! Pulls him up!
Oh.
No way! Full salvo!
Oh, my God!
Cut play hasn't started! 1, 2, holy shit!
Oh my God!
That is an emphatic goddamn statement to make when you're now going to earn yourself a tag title shot. Words from the Women's World Champion and her challenger both. Seems like Aiko is still reporting the same kind of mentality of excitement for her challenges. But I don't know, this one feels a little more dangerous to me. And of course, speaking of danger, here comes one of the most dangerous women in the business. Queen Chaos, Dia Keaton, about to take on the Sombra Altisma. These two are you could say, runner-ups for the Winter Grand Prix. Both of them were in the sort of semifinals. Dia was just barely out of the semifinals, had the same points, but couldn't make the finish. And then Sombra was, of course, one of the semifinalists alongside the Women's World Champion. Another option for this match was Lilith, who has not been located since her last appearance on Ignition television. So, not sure where she's at.
We seem to have a lot of that going on with our women's division right now. There's a lot of major players kind of AWOL.
Yeah, we'll have to see what is going on with that. I mean, it's weird because until we got Hikari sat down for her interview with Aiko, which had to be delayed a week, we haven't seen her either. Now, of course, that's not a huge deal outside of trying to get that interview schedule, but yeah, it was. It's been interesting. However, all of that said, Taiki, Musamura Altisma, both incredible competitors. Both have had shots at the world title before and been unsuccessful. But they came about as close as you could possibly come.
I think Sombra might be one of the biggest comeback stories to start off 2026 in Season 3.
Oh, yeah, for sure. I mean, her 2024 started off very good, and then that feud with Maria almost turned her into a... It felt like it took away a lot of the fire, a lot of the impact that she had. But ever since teaming back up with Maria instead of facing off against her, it's like it's shifted her momentum entirely. Of course, that doesn't mean a whole lot when you're up against the woman in the ring that she's against right now. Queen Chaos doesn't care if you have the most or least momentum in the world. She's going to try to steamroll you.
Yep. Both these women falling victim to Bia Quinn's first title reign.
And they've also fallen victim to the Aiko Kimura title reign as well.
But both, to be fair, who hasn't?
I was going to say,
Hikari.
That's pretty much everybody at this point. Even Hikari did lose a title match to Aiko. It was right before, or not right before, but a bit before.
Right. No, you're right.
Aiko's beaten basically everyone there is to beat.
So if she wins on Saturday, I mean, she just become like the undisputed woman across the entire world right now.
Well, she would definitely be in contention for greatest female wrestler in the world. That's for sure.
Well, I'd say her tolerant already has her at that.
Probably.
We could be talking about greatest of all time if she retains on Saturday.
It would be an incredible setup to have that belt for over a year. And that would be 100% guaranteed for the victory this Saturday. We are technically going to be a little short of when Winter Drift happened last year. So, were Hikari able to win, Aiko's title reign would come just a few days shy of the 365. But it would be Winter Drift to Winter Drift anyways, you know? It might as well be. However, should she retain, it would be guaranteed over.
One of these two women will be waiting in the wings no matter who wins on Saturday.
Yeah, it'll be either Taya Keaton or Lasambra Atisma as either Hikari's first challenge or Aiko's, 13th, 14th?
Mm-hmm.
Either way, it'll be a tough match to come back to for either one after they face one another. Because remember, Hikari and Aiko are currently, I believe, 1-1. Or no, actually, I was about to say 1-1-1. Yes, actually, I'm right. Sorry, 1-1-1. For a moment, I was thinking Aiko and Hikari were the finals of the American, but they were not. That was Hikari and Lilith. Lilith having also managed to get her win back over Aiko, making them 1-1 as well. Making Hikari and Lilith the only two women in the entire company to have beaten Aiko since the end of 2024.
Great thing to think about.
Right? I mean, it's basically been... It was, December 2024 was the last time, if even then, might have been November 2024 was the last time Aiko had lost before the Winter Grand Prix. And then in the Winter Grand Prix, it was Hikari and Muramasa in December of 2025 who got the first pinfall victory, or it wasn't even pinfall, it was submission victory over Aiko. In years. In a year. Not years, but a year. That's just... Aiko has had a hell of a run, and having a win over her now is so much more than it ever would have under any other situation. And in the meantime, we have going on right now a hell of a match. Daya has noticeably been targeting Sombra's arm a lot. What do you think about that?
I don't know if it matters.
Oh, you don't?
I don't think it matters.
Okay. Well, here we go. The Tiger suplex from the top. We'll see just how it goes. I mean, we do know Daya has a lot of impact-focused finishers. That's definitely on the list. But it doesn't get the 3 this time. Big combination from Sombra, but Daya pops right back up. Sombra
She did not
rolls
care.
around. DDT.
She cared about the DDT though.
There's a shining flatliner. Daya's up first again. A little tired out, or not tired, maybe not tired, maybe just a little dizzy from all the impacts. Either way, Daya's showing signs of wear and tear here. However, Sombra is as well. And
Oh my
Daya
God!
with a hell of a springboard cross body. And now back after the arm again. Sombra grabs the ropes. And Daya just smashing the face into the mat, now going in with the punches. These are not legal here. Gets the count. And Sombra hits me with the hit and shows it off a little bit.
That's why I said going for the arm doesn't really matter as much.
That's fair.
She can use her lower body just as efficiently.
Got the Cavalnaria locked in. Daya's able to break it. Now Sombra looking for the crucifix bomb. But only a 2. Daya ascending to the top a lot too. Diving shoulder tackle. A Barrier backbreaker combination. Oh, and the cutter! The fake out cutter that Sombra has been using lately. However, she couldn't capitalize on it there. Sets Daya up and is calling for the shining scissors. Gets her. I say shining scissors, that's technically Aiko's name. It's like a shining astro head scissor that is the name of that maneuver. Daya responding with a series of huge drop kicks.
Oh!
Tries to roll up with the ropes right there. Good counter though from Sombra. Oh, the leg! And that's gotta be the no.
Oh, powerful kick out even.
Yeah, not even close to the 3. Running power slam goes for the cover. 1, 2. No, still a strong kick out at 2. Daya's kicked it up into full gear at this point. I want to say high gear, but that would be a self-reference. You gotta reference something else. Oh, here we are with the corner clothesline. And back after the arm again. Sombra slips free. And there's that fake out cutter. Cover, but the ropes.
Oh boy.
Death Valley driver. She's not done. wasn't. Sombra cuts off the momentum. Sends her to the corner. And Dia says, I've had enough of this shit. I need you to take a break.
I say, really impressive how Sombra has lasted this long against Dia Keaton. And really, like, there's a chance she could still pull this off with another crucifix driver.
Gets the 2, not quite a 3, but rolls through the DDT. Starts to pack her up. We've seen this pin combination before, but no, only a 2. Another one. She said, all right, once wasn't enough. Let's try it a 3rd time. Combination, but only a 2 still. These women are fighting. Dia lifts her up, spins her around, swing out powerbomb. And a Death Valley driver to follow it up. Neckbreaker from Sombra catches the legs, trying to tap out Dia here. Dia manages to break free. Sombra tosses her to the corner. Goes up top. Astro Scissors. Every time Sombra looks like she's setting up for a finishing move, Dia comes right back with an impact strike. Oh, what is she thinking? She's got her lined up again from the corner of the pounce!
Jesus!
Sent her across the ring with that one. This is starting to look bad for Sombra. She's putting what she can into these strikes, but Dia is tearing her apart now. Goes for the discus lariat, but can't get the 3 still. Sombra is still in this. You can see how she's worn down though, having to take breaks after every move. Spine buster! Dia not through. Sombra counters, but Dia with a shoulder block. And the cutter again! But once again, she's not able to get up to get for the cover right away. She finally gets there, too close to the ropes. Dia grabs them immediately. Knocks her back.
Oh.
And she's set up.
Her.
She's set up again in the corner, looking, stalking like you just said. You're gonna see another pounce? No. Grabs the arm! Oh my God! She taps!
Dia acts like that was easy work, but I think we both know that was far from somebody everything she had at her.
Yeah, that was, that was almost a meticulously laid out track.
I finally know why the dogs speak louder. There is a secret that won't be mine.
All right, here we go. It is time for our second to last match of the night. This is our last tag match of the night. Sendu Darlo versus Fate Unbound.
Holy crap, do Sendu Darlo need a win tonight?
Oh, yeah. They have been in dire straits.
Starting off the year 0-3 is calling that less than ideal might be the understatement of the century.
Yeah, it's really not great, especially in a division like the tag division. We no longer have the 2 men's World Tag 500 here. There's only one. That means if you aren't able to earn your way to a title match, nor the rankings went, you're gonna have to wait until November to try and get through the World Tag 500 tournament.
And at that point, it's probably your last chance anyway.
Yeah, like it's literally the roughest possible situation. On the flip side, though, we've got this team up that has been interesting. They've currently 1-1 in the season. Jay Wukong and Elijah Lee, known as Fate Unbound, they came together out of a mutual agreement, largely just trying to deal with Hikari, who has become less of a problem since they teamed up before them. You can probably imagine he's just realized he's not going to be able to beat the both of them. So as long as they're watching each other's backs, he doesn't have much he can do against them on his own.
Yep.
Ooh, went for a high knee, went for it again, both times avoided by Elijah Lee. And notably, Fate Unbound have never challenged for the tag titles. Sindhu Darlo had a run of 3 separate tag title challenges against our first ever tag team champions, the Dark Crusade. However, they have not since been able to get back to a title challenge.
They've always fallen just short.
Of course, this match tonight was not selected for the number 1 contendership opportunity. That was the match just prior, won by Meat, who will be challenging the Saviors. We also have got news on a final match for the pay-per-view. It will be the entirety of Disruption. Steve Levy, Nathan Fisk, and Kerry Correa taking on what the Empire is calling their Speed Division. Damian Oxley, Aussie Bratton, and Alexei Zakar. That will be happening at Winter Drift.
That could be a fantastic match.
Indeed, we're still waiting for any information on what will happen with the tag match between Tony Lee and El Rey de Guerra versus Aaron Payne and now an unknown fourth or third tag partner, so fourth man for the match. We haven't. Aaron's been searching ever since he found out earlier tonight that he would not have a partner. But it seems like he has not secured one so far. Any thoughts on that?
I'm not gonna lie, the headset connection definitely broke up, and I only heard half your statement.
I was saying that it seems Aaron has not yet found a partner to replace Maita Daichi. He's been asking around ever since he found out earlier tonight, but he hasn't secured one. Do you have any thoughts on that?
Oh yeah, well, I mean, I'm surprised for one. I mean, while Aaron is, as in his own words, he's used to making enemies. There's plenty of people who I thought would be available. Like, I'm surprised that Kaito Meiji's not available. Willing to help him out there. They've teamed up in the past. Obviously now Meat's now in a match, so they won't be able to help him out. But I mean, for Aaron, he could very well be staring down a handicap match on Saturday.
Could be. I was going to say, I think the problem is his opponents, not necessarily him himself. Like, he's going to go up against 2 people who are still pretty well liked by the locker room, especially Red. Like, Tony Lee has been a lot more quiet ever since the incidents with Byron. He hasn't been interacting as much with the locker room as he used to, but he hasn't made any enemies, really. And Ray has always been beloved by the majority of the locker room. So Aaron might be struggling because he's asking the wrong people. For the people that he should be asking, probably people he doesn't really want to talk.
Yeah, I mean, now, and Caster's injured, so you can't look to rely on his history with Ray to get him involved. Of course, again, like you said, we don't really have finalized details on that at the moment.
And we
Just
also,
know that all we know from what we heard is that there was no immediate fear of like an ACL tear or anything like that in his knee. So
yeah. I will say for the caster point, even if there was no injury scare currently ongoing, I don't know if he would be willing to help Aaron out after the way that Aaron interacted with him while he was initial champion.
that's also true. It just depends on who does he dislike more, Aaron or Ray. And I think that's a genuine toss-up.
Yeah. As for the rest of the locker room, I mean, I don't think under any circumstances, even if they would work with him, he would ever ask a member of the Paradise.
Nope.
So that really just leaves a moment for life, I guess. And they don't seem like the type to work with you. They seem like the type of, if you want our help, you can join us.
Yeah, now they're probably irritated after what happened earlier tonight, too, so I won't be shocked if they're just not planning on going to Winter Drift.
Oh, probably. Yeah, I would imagine. That was a rough defeat. I mean, it was very, very well fought from Meat to get that within the 10-minute time limit before cut play started. We haven't ever seen that before.
I still honestly. Excuse me?
Well, Grand Monstro just took out Jay Wukong in Sindhu Darlow's corner, gave Elijah Lee no time to interfere. Jesus Christ.
Until the end of time.
So that last match ended a little abruptly for our expectations. We were still in talk mode. We weren't quite expecting that to end so fast. But right after that, we got bomb blasted with another thing. Manny Inigo wants to be Aaron Payne's partner for the paper.
And never would have imagined that, for one. And I think Aaron's in the same boat.
Also, I just want to point out, Nephthys didn't even get to make her entrance to do the open challenge call. Kasumi Nakashima immediately popping in, saying that this is her time.
Hey, that's smart. I respect that.
Yeah, I mean, you know, if you wait for the champion to do the open challenge, you might lose your chance. Somebody might run past you. There's no way somebody can get to the ring before you do now when you're already there waiting. Hell of an open challenge decision for Kasumi. Of course, Nephthys is probably a little irritated. She probably wanted to talk shit a bit before she had her opponent show.
Oh yeah, now she doesn't be. Unfortunately, I say in air quotes, don't have to listen to her yap before our main event here on Downforce. The women's national title officially on the line.
And this is a big opportunity. Normally these matches only happen on pay-per-view, but as of late, we've been having more and more title matches on TV. Of course, this is a special card. This is a super card. So it's a lot more likely on this show regardless, but when we have it right before a pay-per-view, you can still generally expect title shots on the pay-per-view. Said we've tonight had 2 number 1 contendership matches and a title match. Notably though, the World Heavyweight Championship not on the line either tonight or this Saturday. Byron Mitchell's getting a little bit of a break here, it seems, which is kind of interesting given we're in his hometown.
I think he probably wants to get cheered anyway.
I'm not sure. You'd think that at the very least he'd want to wrestle and prove himself here in his hometown. But from what I hear, he's actually back at his old stomping grounds for a little bit. He showed up in the... Oh, I've got to... I know the acronym. I've got to remember the exact name so I don't screw this up. Last time I screwed one of these things up on TV, I got chewed out for like 20 minutes. Give me a second. Midwest Wrestling Alliance. Last time I called it the Missouri Wrestling Alliance and I got chewed out. It's the Midwest Wrestling Alliance.
Same thing, right?
Close.
No, I'm gonna get chewed out.
But yeah, he's back down there in MWA. And I guess he set himself up a match in that area. Not in time, of course.
So he doesn't seem the kind to defend our championship outside of the company.
He doesn't seem like the kind to defend it unless somebody thinks he'll defend it when the challengers come. He's not interested in any of the other stuff. At least from what I can tell so far, it seems like he's the opposite of what Ryan Richardson was and what Hermes was as well. Originally. He's going to be a little more light, but not quite the same as the Red Dragon was, waiting for the challengers to make themselves apparent rather than chasing them down. Oh my God, chair? Champion thinking to get some advantage. I mean, she immediately does with Steiner onto that chair, but even if she had swung it and hit Kasumi, immediately goes for a cover after too, but took too long with the posing instead of immediately, but I meant like next move. But yeah, even if you would hit her with that chair, a DQ does not lose you the belt. That said, I don't think it would count for one of your 6 wins you need, so maybe not the best of ideas. There we're going. Short combination. Goes for the roll up. Kasumi kicks out and causes Nephthys to land knee first onto that chair. That's not good for Nephthys' game plan here. Ooh, big kick. Right to the chin. Solid counter, but Nephthys able to counter as well into a dragon screw leg whip. Kasumi gets the headlock, trying to wear Nephthys down here. It's a very important strategy if you're trying to win the championship. Gotta get the champion worn down. Beautiful moonsault, but only can get a 2. Already 10 minutes into this.
Doesn't feel like it, but we are.
Right? Combination. Huge kick. Kasumi blocks the follow-up and hits a beautiful high kick of her own. Goes up top, Moonsault again, trying to finish this here. 2, but no. Oh, beautiful neck breaker. Nephthys right back up and going back and forth now, blow for blow. Nephthys kicks out the knees. Oh, the shining high kick to the back of the head. I've been told she calls that high tide. Gets caught though. She didn't go for the cover. That might have been a mistake. Now Kasumi is fighting back. Northern Lights suplex. Good bridge, but not enough to keep the Mirage Genius down. Again, another Northern Lights. But once again, the Mirage Genius managing to break free. It's up top, off the top, third moonsault of the match. Still can only get the 2, but that one was much closer than the past 2 to the 3 count. Nephthys is starting to run out of steam here. And it's the Mirage Plex!
Will she take it? No.
Not quite. Oh my God, she's just gonna keep throwing these out. Nephthys, every time she stays on the mat for more than a second, she got a moonsault coming. Smacks her down.
There goes that chair.
Tough on that chair. Ooh. She stays down so long, Kasumi couldn't capitalize, but instead, she gets the dragon suplex. Almost a 3, but not quite. Oh my God, what a high kick! Goes straight for the cover, but Kasumi kicks out.
He is not done quite yet.
Gory Crusher! She's finished quite a few matches with that one, but not yet here. Can't quite get the job done yet. Kasumi fires back with a kick combination. And she is roaring. I think she was looking for the Mirage Press. Instead, the Butterfly Pile Driver. But she knew that it took her too long to get up. So she went to try and continue the offense. However, that was very unfortunate. She couldn't capitalize in time to get a pinfall there. That might have been the title if she had been able to get up. And now, caught again with the Gory Crusher. Another cover. This is probably, no! Kicks out, back up, caught a 3rd time. And again, Nephthys goes for the cover. But again, Kasumi kicks out at 2. Another butterfly pile driver. She gets right up this time, pulls her away from the ropes, but doesn't try to cover yet. I'm not sure about that decision.
Now strike exchange breaking out. Nephthys wins it.
Tied. But Kasumi's up first. She tries to send Nephthys to the ropes, but Nephthys counters too fast. Flatliner. Both women down and both women up at the same time. Kasumi sends Nephthys to the outside. She's stalking. She's gonna fly! Suicide dive!
Jesus. Another weapon, it looks like.
And this time it kind of backfired on her. Kasumi knocked it out of her hands. She went for a drop kick and it almost looked like Kasumi moved enough that she fell on the chair. Is what it sounded like on the outside. Oh, but Hold up! She's calling for Tame the Nile!
Is that gonna be it?
Took a moment to get up, but not too long. 1, 2, and that is the 3. Cosme was just a bit late on the kick now.
Unfortunately, that means Nephthys gets to leave with that national championship and keep running her mouth.
It was a good effort, though, from Cosme. I think just one of those butterfly power that you got to You can't blame her too much, though. Nephthys was kicking out of everything. Maybe she thought she had to hit that Mirage press for the hook. She was trying to set it up. Either way, that is all we have for tonight. We will see you guys again Saturday for Winter Drift. There is a lot of the future of SOW on the line, especially in the women's division with the main event. Hikari Muramasa versus Aiko Kimura for the Women's World Championship. We'll see you guys there. As always, I'm your lead analyst, Devil D, here with my commentating partner.
And keep going.
We're going to be signing off.